Come on, humble. What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. All right, we got an interesting day today. We got problems. We have problems we got to sort out. But before I jump into it, let me make sure you guys are all here and you can hear it loud and clear. If you have a comment, bring it out right now. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Let me know that you're live with me. Give me a sign of life. We got a couple of you guys drop your name and drop your city. I would love to know what y'all are doing, what you got going on, because we are rolling. Here we go. I got the comments in the stream going strong. Give the music a chance to do its thing. There we go. All right, 13. Let's go. We're live. Make sure I got these comments. Let's see a couple thumbs up. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Give me a quick, okay, there we go. LeBlanc says, we already rock stars. Let's go. All right, if you don't know what we're doing, let's jump right into it. If you don't know what we're doing, I got a challenge. You guys still hear that music? Kind of like it. Kind of like it in my ear. Okay, looking forward to this. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Faisal? Good to see you. Thanks for being on here every single day. Sharon Boyd, thanks for being on here every single day. All right, guys, here's what we're doing. Today we have an interesting day. So 30 days to a deal with Lisa. We are live every day for 30 straight days. That was the commitment, to try to help Lisa get a deal and close the deal in the 30 days. So we have so far looked at properties. We have talked with brokers. We have talked directly with wholesalers. We have talked with private lenders. We've had conversations. We are jumping into the deep end of offer making because I'm hoping that by doing this, I help you guys understand the power of just getting going quickly. I know there's a lot of fears. I know there's a lot of different thoughts and issues. Today, I want to give you a chance, because I'm going to, here's the deal. You guys ready for me to be brutally honest? You guys want me to be brutally honest? Yes? Honest, honest, honest. Anybody want it? Thumbs up if you want the brutal honesty. It's coming. Thumbs up if you want it. It's coming. Yes. Okay, here it is. We don't have Lisa today. We lost Lisa in transit. Lisa is traveling back home from the property that she was sitting at, and we can't get a Wi-Fi signal to get her on here. And if I tried, it would be an atrocious Wi-Fi signal. So today we are on our own. Oh my God, it's just me and you guys. So today what we're gonna do is recap her deal. Today we're gonna take your questions about her deal, and we're gonna keep the momentum going. There's one important thing that you need to know, that the deal does not stop. Even if Lisa can't be here, she has set some things in motion where it is moving forward. I have realtors contacting us going, hey, we're ready to kind of help her. We have some people behind the scenes that are trying to move the deal along to put the financing together. So today is about you guys and Lisa's journey. Is that cool? So today you get a chance to jump up here. Tell me something. Here we go. Trying to find about a week behind the process. Awesome. Okay. Jan says, hey, Ben. She says, what's going on? Here we go. We've got Kashyap saying that honesty is scary. All right. Danielle's in the house. Daryl's in the house. Okay. We got a few people here in the house. All right. Super cool. By the way, what if we did this for all of you guys? What if we did a 30-day challenge where we helped you get a deal? Would you love that? I know the answer is yes. I just got to figure out how to do this. How do I do this where I give you this much time and attention for 30 straight days? If you're interested, and that's something you want to participate and be a part of this journey like Lisa's going on, I don't know if we're going to get a deal. I'm just hoping, but I'll be presumptuous. I'm going to presume that we're going to knock this thing out of the park because we put so much intention behind it. So if you want to do this, drop your name in the comments saying, I would love to be in a 30-day mentorship. Okay? Please 10X Janelle. All right, cool. By the way, if that's you, do me a quick favor. If you're on my personal Facebook, if you're on YouTube, share this stream back out. There's a bunch of you guys on Facebook right now. There's a bunch of you guys on YouTube. Click that share button. Let people know what we're doing over here while I think of ways to help all you guys crush this. So get your questions ready, all right? Get your questions ready, and let's start talking about Lisa's deal. I have a special guest. I don't know if they're going to make it, in all honesty. I don't know if they're going to make it here. The Wi-Fi is trying to take everybody down. Rogers is in full effect today, all right? Rogers is in full effect today. What's up, Andrew? Good to be here, buddy. All right. Let me plow through some of these things where people get stuck. So notice what we've done over the last few days. Something very important I want you to take away from today's conversation is this. If you're listening to me in the car or you're listening to me doing chores, whatever else you're doing, just hear me on this one piece. You have to defend your rights in everything you do. If you've decided to do this on a serious level and you want to buy a property, you want to start a business, you want to build a lifestyle business like myself and other people in our community, then you've got to defend your right to do that. What that means is we have to start saying no to all the things that prevent us from succeeding in this thing. So if you get a no from agents, you have to give them the same no. If you get a no from people in your life saying it's not possible, you have to give them the same no. I've learned that in order for me to get focused, the first rule for me was to say no. Now, here's how this is helping Lisa. Lisa has all this thinking. She has all these fears. She has all this conditioning. Like many of you guys have all this conditioning. You were told how this business works. Somebody told you you have to go to a bank. Somebody told you you have to use a realtor. Somebody told you you have to do this, this, and this. And what I want you to do is get rebellious for a second and say the word no. If you're at home, drop it with me. No. No, 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 no. No. You can do it. And this isn't some BS like you can do it. I'm rooting for you. No, it's you have to do this. You have to do it for yourself and your family. And guess what? You already have a big enough why. You don't need me to remind you why you're here on this call in the first place. You jumped on here because you're looking for secrets. You're looking for shortcuts. You're looking for answers. And I'm here to close the gap. What you're watching live, and I'm so glad we have our guest popping back here. By the way, we're going to jump into the actual contract and paperwork and stuff. I think that's what we're about to do. So if my guests can have that ready, that would be so good. If they can do a screen share, I'm going to have a special guest for you guys in just a second. Do you guys want to meet somebody behind the scenes putting the deal together for Lisa? Anybody want to see one of Lisa's biggest allies in the game? Yes? Well, that person is here. I'm seeing them behind the scenes. I'll pull them up in just a second. You have to say no to all the noise and negativity, and you have to get ready to close the dang deal. All right? Now, I know I don't have any money. Guys, not having money, you don't have money for other things. Most of you don't have money when you go to buy a new car, but you need a new car. You figure out the money as you go. You figure out the financing. You figure out what you're going to trade. You figure out what you're going to sell. This seems very scary, and it's not scary. It was intended to be difficult. It was intended to be confusing, because why would you pay somebody else to do it for you if it was super, super easy? You have to understand that this is a basic process that has been convoluted into a complicated series of processes that don't actually need to exist. There is no such thing as you have to put 10 grand down. There is no such thing as you have to pay cash for every deal. There's no such thing that you can't look under the hood of every property you buy. There's no such thing that you have to use your own money. There's no such thing that you have to live in fear and paranoia and only buy one house a year for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, I bought over 300 properties in Canada. You have to get with me on this. 300, and people told me I couldn't do it. All right? The bank said you can't do it. People around me said you can't do it. Guys, I would be cleaning carpets and running a janitorial business today if it wasn't for the power of real estate. It helped me. It helped unleash something in me. It helped me make a ton of money. It helped me create a financial future for myself. And it helped me become completely and financially independent of any government or employer. This is what real estate did. But I didn't follow the process you're following. I didn't consume real estate. I took it super serious. And I'm not saying that you're not taking it serious, but you're not being told what the actual information is. You're getting advice from people who don't have the answers. And I need to remind you who the hell you are. You are a person of abundance here to win. You got to ask better questions. That's what you're supposed to do. How do I do a deal with no money? What are the exact steps? Get tactical. Don't live in fairy tale land. Don't just live in, I feel good about real estate or feel bad. You have to say, what exactly is it going to take to get a deal? And once you have one deal, by the way, how many of you have at least one deal? Give me a thumbs up. Why don't you have your second, third, and fifth? And if you have 5, why don't you have 25? This is a business of repetition and multiplication. Nobody's going to add and subtract their way to wealth. You have to multiply. That is a massive secret for those of you that have 2 or 3 properties done. You have to multiply. For you to multiply, you have to leverage other people's time. I'm going to show you how to do that in 1 second as we bring on our good friend. You have to leverage other people's time. You have to leverage other people's experience. This isn't a question of it's nice to. You have to. If you choose not to, you're choosing to play small. You're choosing to play in fear, and you're choosing a smaller outcome than you can possibly have. You need to play much bigger. And I'm not challenging you or yelling at you. I'm reminding you who the hell you are. You are not a victim. You are a winner. You're a person who's a champion. Just to be on this call, you've made determinations about what your future is. It's time that we act in those determinations. Become absolutely relentless to no to negativity. Look, even humble. No to negativity. No to scarcity. No to you can't stop me doing the deal. I'm here to win. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our good friend, the one and only Mr. Drew Allam, to the show. Drew, welcome all the way from Calgary, Alberta.
How are you, sir? Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, so good. So, guys, here's the background. Lisa reached out, and she's like, hey, I need a realtor. So we had people in the community reach out and make recommendations for different realtors, and Drew's name came up, and his name got picked out of the hat. And I was like, hey, we like Drew. He's good. Why don't you plug in with Drew? He's a solid realtor. He knows a lot. He's been in the business, and he's just a great guy. So I think Lisa reached out to you and said, hey, would you come on and maybe walk us through the paperwork live? And she got stuck in transit. So at least you're here. So
Yep.
why don't we get tactical, dude? But first, could you just tell everybody who you are, where you hail from, and maybe a fun fact about you that they don't know?
Okay, I think you know which fact I'm going with. So Drew Allam, I've been licensed in Calgary since 2005. My family's originally from Trinidad and Tobago. We've been living in Calgary since 1989. I've been licensed in commercial, residential, and um, property management, but my focus is residential real estate. Since 2017, it's been pretty much working with investors. Uh, I'm with Real Broker, shameless plug, I guess. Redline Real Broker, been top producer in the office, top 10 for the last 2 years. That's in no small part to coaching from this gentleman over here. Um, so yeah, that's it. And I focus primarily on investment properties for myself, my partners, and other investors, especially in the cash flow tribe community. So
I love it, bro. What's your handle? How do people find you here? Like, where are you at here? The real
simple.
Drew, or what is it?
No,
What is it?
at Calgary Home Sale. So it's all singular. Calgary
All
Home
right,
Sale. Yep.
Calgary home. I'm gonna let people know how to find you. There we go. Boom. Okay, guys, if you need to get a hold of Drew, there it is. Okay, Drew, let's get into the paperwork, dude, because people here, guys, you on the show, you guys want it to be, you want us to get into it, right? Looking for number quattro, holla Drew. We got some hollas in the house, by the way. Somebody saying number quattro, I don't know what that means. And somebody just said scotch. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell that means, but somebody went
Oh, my
scotch.
fun fact. I forgot the fun fact. So yes, I am a Scotch fan, and my former life I used to be a radio disc jockey. There you go. There's two.
Still is a radio disc jockey from what I hear. Maybe you're going to
I
throw down
am.
for
I
us
am.
sooner than later.
Yeah.
You're going to throw down for us. Okay, so scotch and radio, they mix well. All right, here we go. Okay, so Drew, let's jump into it, dude. Do you have
Sure.
something we can share? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lisa
Absolutely.
pulled up
Absolutely.
an APS. Go ahead. So can you throw it on the screen for us?
Sure. So let me share my screen.
Guys at home, we're basically going to go through the offer paperwork, whether you go with an agent or write your own. Drew will give you the answers for both. And, I think this is proving to be a great opportunity for us to ask Drew some serious questions about, working with an agent, without an agent, et cetera, et cetera. Drew, are you ready? Can I bring that
Uh,
on the screen here?
yeah. Of course.
All right. And here we go. Is that what you want?
Sure. You see my mouse and up and
Yep, I
down.
got you. Yep, I
Okay.
got you up and down. All right. So the
Okay, so
screen
there
is
we
yours.
go. So 955 Lake Christina Way is a property that she was interested in. Now, obviously, I was hoping that she'd be here, but she tried to do this on her own. So let's just go through and we'll go through what very quickly probably didn't need to do. So you see, I've highlighted some things here. Now I'm playing school teacher.
Do it.
So
Yeah,
you can
take us
find.
basic. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm gonna
sure.
shut up and let you talk, but everybody here wants it at a third grade level, right, guys? In the chat, tell me if you want it third grade, just tell me third grade in the chat. If you want it way faster, then Drew will accommodate you because he's that kind of guy. Okay,
Yeah, you got it.
go ahead. So go ahead, and
Okay.
then we'll take questions at the end, guys. So drop your questions, and I'll come back to them for you. Okay, go ahead, Drew.
Okay. So she decided to write it up on, you see the first error we have in now. Alberta is very nice in that if you know a good realtor or you can get your hands on it, the Alberta Real Estate Association has standardized contracts that are done by lawyers. Now, this one that she pulled was a residential purchase contract for resale condominium property. The property that she was attempting to purchase is a, that's statistics. is a single family house. So she shouldn't have been doing that, which is fine. It's just some of the verbiage that's in there. Her name ended up going in there twice. You don't typically need to do that. She does want to be able to assign this property to someone else. So this is where you would typically put in and or nominee if you're going that route. Now in Alberta, it's been a little sticky. I don't know about the rest of Canada. We try not to put and or nominee in here if we're dealing with banks. Sometimes they're, or even with certain mortgage brokers, it becomes a certain problem, but I'll show you where you can put it. The property here, she was looking at 955 Lake Christina Way, Southwest. Now the problem is that that property is actually in the southeast. Now Calgary, if you're familiar with it, is a quadrant based. This second block here is typically where we'd put the legal description. So if a lawyer were to see this, they would say that this property doesn't even exist. So just be very careful in what you're punching in when you're transcribing addresses. So it's as simple as that. That this could have avoided her offer. Okay. I'm just going to go through again what she had, and I'll go into what we actually did that should make sense for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So she's looking at an initial deposit. She does want to do seller financing as per an attached financing schedule. She was unable to get me a financing schedule. But the general idea here is this is what she wanted to put as an initial deposit. She's going to get herself her new financing for $510,000. The seller would, in essence, hold the property for $50,000, balance owing at $73,000 to a full purchase price of $638,000. So pretty straightforward. Just the financing schedule, in essence, was missed. Okay. Now all deposits shall be delivered in trust. This, from the end of the offer, I saw that this was her lawyer. As a common courtesy, and typically if you want to show good faith, you know that if you do everything that needs to be done, you can give the money to the seller's lawyer, and as long as you don't mess up on what you need to do, you'll get all of your money back. So that's neither here nor there really, but typically if I'm writing, or if we're writing something to a property that's on the MLS, for example, the listing realtor is going to request, if it's not to the brokerage, at least to the seller's lawyer as opposed to the buyer's lawyer. Okay. Now, yeah, so actually this wasn't going to be too much of an issue. She just wanted a purchase price, possession date of September 15th. Okay, but why I did highlight it is obviously that there needed to be a bit more detail if there was going to be, it said fully paid and vacant possession. So you just have to be aware of the verbiage, right? She's looking for seller financing, so she's not going to be fully paid by that date. So this is little things that you just want to scratch out and initial. But again, think about it anytime you're presenting offers. For them to be worked upon, they need to be having two lawyers that look them over, and they are very meticulous in what needs to happen. So, okay. This is a big one. Okay. The seller has legal right to sell the property. So I tell everybody, when you're going to purchase something, just verify that the person you're talking to, or the name that you've put on the contract, is the person that's actually selling the property. Now in Alberta, we do that through Spin, which is just a government website that actually has all of land titles. So I actually pulled the title here so we can verify. Okay, and sure enough, that's the name. This is an actual land title for Alberta. It gives you a bit more information too. You see that this gentleman just bought this house on June 8th. So for some reason, he's motivated enough to sell it. Okay. Now I would try to dive into that, but that's where land titles, it costs you $10, but you can probably glean a bit more information by finding stuff out here. Okay. So $625, he paid for it. Now it even tells me a bit more as to what are the encumbrances on there. So this is in a lake community. So Lake Bonavista Homeowners Association, you pay $375 a year. I know that because we trade there a lot. And then there's mortgage for Toronto Dominion that he did in 2021, and you'll see there's another mortgage for $500,000 in 2022. Now there's a registration queue with the amount of transactions I've been having in Alberta. This is his lawyer, and you'll see it's actually a discharge of the first mortgage, but that's pending. So it just tells me that he's now decided to refinance the property. So he owes $500,000. So ultimately, what you want to do is find out who's selling the property, and whatever price you're buying it for can, in essence, clear off any debts on there. So if he has it for $500,000, yes, and you're buying it for $638, then you're good. Okay. Ben, I have one screen, so let me know if there's any questions that have popped up in the time that I'm rambling here.
Yeah, no, they're going to be. This is great, by the guys. Is this awesome? Dropping some very, very tight knowledge. It's crazy to me how good you can get at this when you just ask the right questions. Yeah, keep going, bro.
Sure. Okay. Let's get back to this. Seller has a right to the property. Okay. So we then check that. As I said, now she said she was going to add a financing schedule and an addendum. I don't know what was intended in the addendum, but I will get to a financing schedule to show you what should be on there. Okay. Now, again, the problem is that this is not a condominium property, so it should not even be on this contract. So we'll just get past that. If you do buy and sell condominium property, be aware of this sort of stuff. So documents will be provided before 9 p.m. on August 23rd. But then she's saying she wants time to review it before August 11th. So when you think about that, I'm giving you till the 23rd to give it to me, but I have to tell you if I'm fine with it before the 11th. So that doesn't really work. Okay. Perfectly fine to have a property inspection condition. These homes were built in the mid-century, so I would definitely want to get an inspection before the 18th is fine. Any additional buyer's conditions. Now, be aware of the difference between a condition and a term in your contract. Okay, so the purchaser shall be able to assign this contract. What most people don't know is contracts in Alberta, without you even putting it in here, can be assigned. It's just a nice courtesy to let your seller know that. But I wouldn't put that as a condition. I would put that as a term. So a condition, if you don't meet it by a specific deadline, the entire deal falls apart. Okay, so you'll notice here that there was no date that she had put in. That the purchaser must secure to their satisfaction appropriate financing within 7 business days of acceptance. That should go in section 8, which would be the financing condition. Okay, which is right here. Sorry, right. So you'd fill out the financing condition portion. She also did the same where she said the purchaser should obtain access to the property for purpose of completing a home inspection. It's right. It's there as well. You have a home inspection, property inspection condition. So she's already filled that out. So those two, in essence, become redundant if she didn't just fill that out. Okay. And then the last one, if I can even read it, I think that's it for that. Okay. And then you see it even says here in the advice portion, please note that this contract is to be used only for condominium units for resale. So just make sure you read your contracts. Okay. Seller's address, we know where to find him. Okay. Now I'm guessing here, again, she just sent me the paperwork. The fact that she punched this in, I did pull up the property from before and it was being sold last month as vacant. So I'm not sure if this is his address, but she needs to do a little bit more digging. But then she's put her address on here for him to connect with her. And she's left it open until tomorrow for him to respond. So she's given him 24 hours to respond. Okay. So in essence, good effort.
He says good effort. Great. But listen, I know we only have like 7 minutes here. Sure. But that was a very comprehensive, to the point assessment from a licensed realtor. So let's talk about this real quick, and then we get to some Q&A here. Sure. There is tremendous value in having somebody with your knowledge, experience, licensing to be able to help somebody close this gap. And I think that there's an education where some people can become more self-sufficient and be able to do a lot of this on their own. But definitely having a pro in your corner goes a long way, right? And by the way, using or not using a realtor isn't necessarily about the fees. It's about time. Like if you have somebody like Drew on your side who's quick and efficient, can get to the point and close the deal out, great. Then they become a tremendous asset to you in the process. If you find somebody like, I think she got somebody, dude, who was like, I won't talk to you until you sign a contract, sign over your birthrights, sign over your retirement savings. And when you signed it all over to me, then I'll consider if I work on Mondays, with something like that. And shame on that agent. But can you maybe speak to the difference here? Like, we're not going agent versus non-agent. We're going deal. We just need to get a deal. Give us maybe some feedback and efficiencies for people at home watching that they should know about working with an agent versus not working with an agent to close a deal.
Okay. When it comes to working with an agent, obviously, again, everyone's concerned about, what is the fee going to be? You have to look at it from the agent's perspective as well, because that's your first negotiation. The agent's going, okay, you're an investor, but if they ask you basic questions and you're not able to answer them, they're going to be like, okay, where are we really with this? How much of my time, effort?
Like what? Come on, let's get into it. So I'll be the guy. I'll call you. You be the agent, right? So tell me the question I would ask.
Can you go show me a house? That's the first thing out your mouth. Hi, I heard you're an agent. Somebody told me to call you. Can you show me a house?
And what red flag does that throw up for you as an agent?
You haven't identified who you are, what you're about, right? So I'm interested because obviously you're interested in buying a property, but I'll show you a better way to get somebody on your side. Actually, I told this in one seminar I did. I said you can get any agent to call you hungrily. You just need to give them a few things. You need to say what you're looking to buy very specifically. You need to tell them how you intend to buy it, okay? And you need to tell them what you're intending to pay for it.
Mm.
Okay, I would like to buy a single family bungalow in Lake Buena Vista within the next 30 days, and I'm paying no more than $600,000.
Woo, that's
hello.
money, dude. That
Hello.
is money. Come on.
Where's my phone? Hello.
Okay, so you just gave him a massive nugget. Folks at home, give my boy some love over that nugget. Specific, intentional, to the point, and then you're saying the agent, if I approached you that way, you'd call me back right away.
Right away.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I can either tell you if I can help you or not, right? But at least before I even get back to the scenario or whatever, I can open up the MLS, or if I've got pocket listings or wholesalers or whatever the scenario is, I know what you're looking for. If somebody says, I heard you're the guy with deals, that's the next one. What's the deal?
What is that? What does that sound like? Sounds like you're a drug dealer or what?
Well, yeah, potentially. I'm like, what do you want? I got blood pressure pills if you want. Right. So if you're saying you got deals, again, it's all about the specificity. So are you looking to buy and hold? Are you looking for duplexes? Are you looking to fix and flip? And again, where is it you're looking to buy? What price point you're looking at? And also if you're prepared to do something as well, having your funds ready is another key one. Right now, again, a lot of us who are in the investor side of things can work past this, but if you're just dealing with your average family realtor, or someone you saw off of a bus bench, they're dealing with traditional sales and buyers who want to buy their home. They're not necessarily looking to say that you want to buy your second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 100th property, right? So be aware of that. And I tell people the same too. So if you know a few things, so if you're saying, listen, I want to make an offer and I'm going to be doing a VTB, and the agent just pauses, that's not your agent.
Got it. So if you say VTB and they say nothing, next.
Yeah, if you use any of the acronyms, use AFS, VTB, and they're like,
don't even pull acronyms. They don't even know what that is. Is that what it is?
Yeah, if they don't, then they're not. Then they should know some investor lingo if you're going to use them.
So but don't be. I want to burr a VTB and then do what? All right, don't play that game, folks at home. Save the acronyms for the investing networking meetings where you go and you pontificate how smart you are because you watch YouTube. Don't use them with the agent because frankly they don't care. I have a thesis, and then you answer this, and we'll jump into Q&A. Agents are no different than anybody else. Everybody wants to do the least amount of work for the most amount of money. We want it as easy as possible. Nobody wants to work more than they have to. What makes your job easy if I'm an investor, other than setting my intention on the phone and saying exactly what I want to buy? What can I do to attract you into my world without the contract? Without this, you have to sign this agreement.
Yeah, I think those are I keep coming back to those things. It's the specificity and the time frame, right? So if somebody told me, say, listen, I am intending to buy a property, so yeah, figure out what it is you want to do. Sorry, I know I'm trying to rush through this here rather than taking time. Okay, I want to buy 5 properties this year. Okay,
yeah,
I'm buying 5 properties. I'm going to be dealing with a joint venture on 2 or 3 of them. I have my financing taken care of. So do all of your homework in advance. Okay, you know that you as an investor, it's in your best interest to work with as many realtors as you possibly can until you find the right one or continue. Even most of my best investors don't work just with me anyway, right? So you know specifically what you want. You tell them, I intend to buy 5 properties. The average agent might only deal with one client once to twice every 3 to 5 years. They may sell and then buy, and then I don't see them again, and I'm sending them gift baskets. You're telling me you want to buy 5 properties in a year, 4 properties, 3 properties in a year, sell and buy, whatever. I'm already putting you in my mental. Now you tell me that you've actually taken care of your financing or your joint ventures are taken care of. So anything I write and I negotiate on your behalf, I can feel confident that I'm going to get paid. You're going to get the job done. I'm not going to have egg on my face when I go to the other person. and we can move happily on after I give you a gift basket onto the next house. Okay. And then your proof of funds, right? So if it's either you can connect me with your mortgage broker, or you already have your funds in an account. Go, listen, I know you don't know me from Adam. You probably get these calls all the time. But yeah, I've got $700,000 and I'm intending to buy my first 2 properties and then joint venturing. So you just be very specific in what it is that you're hoping for. And I promise you, if you do that, you can call one brokerage with 200 agents and all of them are going to call you back.
Boom. Boom. Where's that microphone? Here's what we're going to do. I promise you guys that we're going to do, nice. I promise you guys we're going to do some Q&A. We are at time. I'm going to take just a couple of questions. Is it okay if I go over by 2 minutes, guys? Give me a thumbs up if it's 2 minutes to go over with Drew. And Drew's just going to rapid fire these answers, and I'll try to assist if it's in my local market. Thumbs up if you want me to hit it. Thumbs down if you're like, we're done with this, cat. Come back tomorrow for the sequel. I want to see it here. I got one thumb up. Can I get one more? Can I get one more amen? One more in the house. Just one more amen. Oh, yeah. Okay, Janelle, you got it. Here we go. We're going to hit like 3 or 4 questions. We'll just rapid fire these in like a 30-second response, and then we'll move on. So let's go here with Janelle. Do I need an LLC or business setup before I purchase my first property for tax purposes, etc.? Good luck. 30 seconds. Go for it.
Yeah, immediately call your accountant. If you are buying if you're based in Ontario, outside of Alberta, and you're hoping to buy through a corporation, you will need to set up a corporation in Alberta.
Boom. Okay, pretty good. Janelle, is that good? All right. What is the gift basket? Scotch. Is there another one?
Okay, the trick to that is legitimately listening to your clients. So if you tell me that you like to ski, it might be ski passes. If you tell me that you like scotch, it might be scotch. If you tell me that this is your first home, and it might be, some welcome gifts with regards to that. But my assistant, I just give her the information and she says, this would work. So,
but how much you spending though? Come on now, tell me. Tell your boy.
My most I spent was $500 on a basket.
Woo! Okay, 500. Okay, great. So it's not like a Timmy's $5 gift card.
No. But again, remember, this is an investor who bought and sold 4 properties with me in 1 year. So
note to self: if you're on this call, do not send a hot and ready pizza as the gift. It's not a good appropriate gift. Here we go. Drew, are we still seeing investors go directly to listing agents in Alberta or coming in with their own agents as well?
Either one is fine. Just remember, when you're going directly to a listing agent, the listing agent is not working in your best interest. They've already signed a 6-page contract that says that they are going to try to get that person the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. So they can't really serve 2 masters. So if you have somebody who is able to negotiate on your behalf, then go that route. Just be aware that they should be able to negotiate at least their commission better on your behalf.
Okay. And then let's take one more here. Very good. Is the paperwork different in Ontario? I can tell you that in Ontario, it is different. We have our own version of paperwork. And yes, it is different. I can go in through that through another time. But Drew, maybe you can identify how it's different if you're familiar with the Ontario side.
I don't really have that much time. I'm just going to show you. I was going to show you the best one. It's pretty much straightforward. You just want to know what the property is, legal address and municipal address, any terms and conditions, and a possession date. You can pretty much write up a legal contract on a napkin if it has those things.
All right. Well, okay. Well, guys, appreciate the talk. By the way, I did have a guest just pop back behind the scenes. I know we are way over time, and I want to make sure we're on top of it. But do you want to know who the special guest is? Should we give him at least 30 seconds or 60 seconds to say hello? Yes or no? Who could it be? Donald Trump? Jesus? A lender? Trudeau? I don't know. Guys, do I or do I not see who this person is real quick? Thumbs up or thumbs down? If it's thumbs down, we're done for the day. If it's thumbs up, we're going to go for literally 1 more minute. I have 1 yes. Can I get another yes? All right. Without further ado, here we go. We have Mrs. Catherine here, Mrs. Lender Extraordinaire. Say hello.
Hello to everybody. I don't know if you can hear me because the mice are away, so the cat will play. I'm out at a restaurant having dinner with a glass of champagne all by myself and thinking about my business.
Okay, wow. Do you have any words of advice for us? Because I know you were considering doing a deal with Lisa, so she couldn't make it here today. Where are you at with that? Can you give us a 30-second rundown? Are we doing a deal? What are we doing here?
Well, as every good lender, I need to be able to see the specifics. I need to be able to underwrite the deal. I need to be able to think about the current market conditions, see all the data. So maybe, maybe not. It all depends on the deal.
So what you're saying is if you have a few more glasses of wine, we'll do a deal. Is that what we're saying here?
Well, and that is another approach as well. But really being a good fiduciary responsibility of my money and our investors' money, we really do have to look at the data and not whatever drama there is associated with it.
Catherine.
Awesome. Go ahead, Drew.
Yes, Drew.
I might have something that I might need you to lend on. It's a 2-story in Airdrie for $330,000. I can clean it up and sell it for $425 in a week.
That sounds absolutely amazing, Drew.
Good.
Everybody's doing a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. What's that, Catherine?
I was going to say, send the information.
Sure.
We can talk.
Will do. Have a glass of champagne for me. I'm still on my bottled water.
Pre-celebration. Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. Where can people find you real quick online?
So someone has already reached out from yesterday, which is absolutely amazing, or the day before. And so it's O'Neill, ONEILL.ca at outlook.com. Because we're still working on that website, but we're making progress.
/humble referral link, pay me money. Check that out whenever you guys get a chance. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Drew, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you being on the stage. Okay, folks, well, that's all we have for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular scheduled time of 2:30 Eastern time. Listen, if you want to be considered for this and you love this series, we want to do more at Cashflow Tribe, but you got to be in the community. Absolutely free to join us. It's cashflowtribe.com. It should be appearing on your screen right now. Do me a favor, share this out every day for your friends that may need some help and some advice. We are here to love on you. We are here to support you. And we are here to just help you crush this game of real estate. I am your local financial fighter, Ben Humble, with Cashflow Tribe. God bless you guys. Have a great day and stay.